welcome back. Today we are going to be taking a look at the toms, just what I do, one of the scenarios that I do when I mix them. So let's get right to it. Let's take a listen. Let's put everything on. Let's go ahead and solo the drums. Okay, and let's go ahead and take off the effects of the toms. Wow, that's flat. Bypass on. Okay, so as you can hear, night and day difference. All right, let's start with the basics. So the first thing that I do is I gate them. And of course we do that because we don't want the extra bleed. So gate is pretty self-explanatory. It just cuts off the extra noise after the tom hit. Okay, so once I do the gate, I do my EQ and compression and my trusty dusty Tube Tech channel strip. So the approach here is, as you can hear, without any processing, the toms are really flat. And what I mean by flat is there's no snap to them and there's no like gut punch. So they're recorded nicely, which is good. But once we add in that EQ, let's take out the compression, just put the EQ. When we add the EQ, you'll hear the snap come alive. Let's take a listen. Hear that? So let's just listen to the floor tom since that one's going all the time. You hear that? So we added a little bit of 100 hertz in here. And then you can see I boosted 10K all the way up. And that's where you get the snap and the attack of the drum. So that's why we hear it so clearly and articulately. Take that out. It like disappears. Put it in. So that's no volume adjustment. That's just EQ. That's the power of EQ. And of course we want to put our compression on there. And that gives us our energy. So this particular compressor isn't hitting it all the time, just on the louder hits. And that's where we get the energy from. So if we take the compression off, you hear the drums vary in level. See, now the tom is always loud and it's always in your face. So I would say for the toms, these, and this is a rock context, you want to make sure that they're in your face and that they have a lot of snap and bite to it. So bypassed. And as you can tell, when the processing isn't on, the snare and the kick are really pumping, but the toms are just lost in the shuffle. But now we unbypass everything in that same part of the song. And you really get the full effect of it. And then I add a little bit of reverb back in. That helps with the gating, just giving the tom some sustain. And then you don't have to fret too much about the gate clipping the end of the signal because the overheads have the rest of the sustain on the tom. So yeah, I mean, toms pretty straightforward. You want to boost their resonant frequency. So for instance, on this particular channel, I did boost some more low end. I boosted to my high end, and what you can do is you can find out where the resonant frequency is, just like we did the fundamental frequency, just like we did with the snare in the last video, and we can boost that. You can do the same thing with the toms if they're not giving enough oomph down low. Just by boosting 100 hertz was enough to get them to sing. So I didn't need to find the fundamental and boost that. But toms, again, with this song in particular, we wanted to have a lot of snap on the attack, and we wanted, since it's rock, we wanted to have a lot of bottom end for the power. So it's more like thunderclaps. And that's pretty much it. And add some reverb just to kind of to smooth out the gate, and boom, bye, bam. So thanks again for checking out. I'll catch you guys next time. We'll be going over the overheads. See you later.